We're going to step back forward into malasana, or you can jump. Inhale, look forward, exhale, bend the knees. You can float your feet wide. Maybe again, a little movement. And this time we'll take a twist. So you might be high up and you have your forearms on your thighs. Totally fine. Ground your feet evenly. Let's drop the left shoulder down. Stretch out your left arm, take your right arm up to the sky. Externally rotate through both legs. Or actually you're abducting. Take your legs wide away from each other. And then hands back through center, drop your right shoulder, stretch out your right arm, extend your left arm. See the left knee might want to come in, adduct. You want to send it back out, use your outer hip muscles. And then left hand back down, hips lift, Uttanasana, walk your feet in. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold. Use your legs in your core, stand up, reach up, look up. And then we'll do that same fold again. Bring your arms down, lift your shoulders up, wrap them back, interlace. Arms straight or bent, lift your chest, breathe in. Bend your knees, exhale and fold. Maybe your arms float over your head. Okay, this time come up through chair pose. Sweep your fingertips along the ground. Bend deeply in your ankles, your knees, your hips. Engage the muscles of your legs on all sides. Lift your chest. Utkatasana. Breathing in here, and then as you breathe out, Ardha Utkatasana. Bring your belly to your thighs, sweep your arms back. Inhale, bring your arms back up. Exhale, belly to your thighs, reach back. One more time. Okay, now bring your hands down and step your left foot back to come into Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Sweep up through your arms. Try to square your hips, your ribs, your shoulders to the top of your mat. Draw your right femur bone back, right hip back, right ribs back. And straighten your right leg, sweep your arms back behind you again, clasp your hands, draw your shoulder blades toward each other. Now lean devotional warrior, so lift your chest, inhale. Bend your right knee, exhale, bow to the inside of your right ankle. Outer right hip drawing back, not out to the right. Now lift up halfway, pick up your back heel, fly into Warrior 3. Keep the bind if you can. Lift your left leg up in line with your hip. Roll your outer left hip down. Good. Release your hands. Left hand to your left hip, right hand down to a block of the floor. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Roll open to the left. Now keep that strong external rotation in your right thigh. So that means your right toes will stay pointing forward as you keep externally rotating through your right femur bone. Left arm high, maybe. One more thing here. Maybe bend your left knee and catch your foot for Chapasana. If you need a block under your hand, come out of the pose, grab your block, come back in. Gives you a little more length through your spine. If this is easy, shift your gaze, maybe out to the left or out to the sky. Okay, now release your foot if you've got it. Bring your left hand down, left foot down, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, breathe in. And fold as you breathe out. Take another breath here. Okay, have your feet where you want them for chair pose, so under your hips or together. Sweep your fingertips along the ground. Utkatasana. Lift your chest, engage your muscles on your legs on all sides. Hamstrings, inner thighs, outer hips. Take a breath in. Exhale, belly on your thighs, reach your arms back. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, big breath in. And all the breath out, half chair. Bring your hands down, step your right foot back, Virabhadrasana 1. Sweep up through your arms. Draw your left femur bone back, your hips forward, your ribs forward, heart lifting, eyes soft and steady. Straighten your left leg, interlace your hands behind your back, lift your chest, bend your left knee, devotional warrior, outer left hip back. And then lift up halfway into warrior three. If you can keep this bind, then keep it. Slowly pick up your right leg. Press evenly into your left foot, big toe mound, rooting, heel rooting, pinky toe side of your foot. Strong right leg. Now Ardha Chandrasana, slow transition, right hand to right hip, left hand down to a block or the floor, roll open. Except for those left toes. Keep your left toes pointing forward. Once you're stable, maybe bend your right knee for Chapasana. Kick your foot into your hand, just like we did on all fours in that side plank. Draw your knee back, open up your hip flexors, your shoulder. Maybe shift your gaze out to the side or up to the sky. And then release your foot and carefully right hand, right foot down, fold. Let it all go there and then inhale, halfway lift. Once again, let everything go. Breath, let your spine lengthen, your head be heavy. Come all the way up to stand, press into your feet, reach up and look up. Exhale, fold back down. Halfway lift to lengthen. Plant your palms, plank, halfway or all the way down. Chaturanga, cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, take a deep breath. Let's lift your right leg up, inhale. Excuse me, bend your knee, open up your hip. Knee to your nose as you exhale, then look forward and step through. Come up into warrior two. Spin your back heel down. Bhujasana 2. Roll open this right knee. So there's again those outer hip muscles. Engage them, your abductors. Keep your right knee rolling open. Now wrap your left arm around your back. Turn your right palm up. Peaceful warrior. Inhale. Keep your bind, come into side angle. You can bring your forearm to your thigh or your hand to a block or the floor on the outside of your right ankle. Roll your left shoulder open. Roll open your chest. Try to roll your right sit bone under your body. Now keep your bind if it feels okay and straighten your right leg, triangle pose, Trikonasana. And again, hand to your shin, or maybe you touch a block or the floor on the outside of your right leg. Pull up on the fronts of your thighs. Your legs are strong. Okay, now keep your bind if you can, if it feels okay still. Bend your right knee, Ardha Chandrasana with this half bind. So back up into half moon with this half bind. Use a block. Maybe, and keep your legs strong. Keep rolling open hips, belly, heart. Okay, now careful step back. Bend your right knee. Go really slow. Step back. We're going to come back up into peaceful warrior. So ground and sweep your right arm back up. Inhale. Exhale. Both arms down. You're in this long runner's lunge. Okay, so from here, side plank pose, ground your left hand, step your right foot back so it's either in front of your left, on top of your left, or your left knee is down under your hip. Wild thing, if you'd like, step your right foot behind your left, curl back and open your chest, back bend. Okay, and then come back. So you're gonna pick up your right foot, bring your right hand down, step your right foot forward. So come back to that long runner's lunge and then pivot to the left. Let's find Prasarita Padottanasana. Lengthen your spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Lengthen your legs, lift your hips, lift your kneecaps. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Turn back to the top of the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Stay or flow through a vinyasa with breath. And as you're ready, lift your left leg up, bend your knee, open your hip. Draw your knee to your nose as you exhale. Step your left foot through, warrior two. Back heel spins down and rise on up. And again, use your abductors, your outer hip muscles here, to keep your left knee rolling open. So it's in line with your second and third toe. Wrap your right arm around your back so you're internally rotating your arm. Peaceful warrior, inhale. Side angle, Parsva Konasana, exhale. Find your variation. If you can, keep your bind. Keep rolling open your right shoulder, right chest. Press into the outer edge of your right foot. Keep your bind into Trikonasana, straighten your left leg. Pull up on your kneecaps, the fronts of your thighs. And then keep your bind for half moon. Bend your left knee if possible. Keep your bind. And then walk your left hand forward to a block or the floor and lift your right leg up. Spin open through your chest. Try to stack your shoulders. Come on back, bend your left knee deeply. Pull up on your pelvic floor, that'll help you gracefully step back. And then come on back up, peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, long runner's lunge. Into side plank, so your right hand grounds, roll up on your right shoulder, step your left foot back. In front of your right foot or on top, or right knee under your right hip, like we did earlier. Stay, or wild thing, step your left foot back, curl back and open up your chest. Here's a back bend. Your back ribs are lifting to your front ribs. And then we'll come on back to that long runner's lunge. Pick up your left foot, bring your left hand down, step your left foot forward, pivot to the right. Prasarita again. Take a breath in, lengthen your spine. Exhale to fold. And then lift up halfway. Turn your heels in and your toes out. Come into a wide squat. So climb up onto your thighs and keep your knees wide. Again, pointing right over your second, third toe. And then twisting here. So sit low in your hips. Here's an inhale. Exhale, left shoulder to right knee. Inhale, center. Right shoulder to left knee. Inhale and exhale. One more each side. Stay low in your hips. Twist deeply through your waist and your spine. Come back to center. Bring your hands down. Bring your feet back to parallel. So widen your ankles, your heels, and fold. Take another breath or two. If you have actually we'll take maybe 3 or 4, because if you have a sirsasana, a headstand practice, go ahead and come on up into your headstand. You can do a tripod, there's the word, I'm going to say pyramid, tripod headstand. Your hands line up with each other, and then your head, they make a triangle. That's why I wanted to say pyramid, I guess. They make a little triangle, and then bring your weight into your head and into your hands, and slowly let your feet lift. And come on up. Maybe if that feet up trainer is nearby, you can use that. And then if you're up, slowly come down. And then lift up halfway. Lengthen your spine. Walk back to the top of your mat. Let's find downward facing dog. And again, stay or take a vinyasa. And once you're back in downward dog, take a full round of your breath. From here, let's lower to your knees and then take your knees wide. Draw your hips back to your heels. Your knees are nice and wide. And then thread your right arm under your chest. So you can bring your right temple down, your forehead. If it doesn't touch the ground easily, then slide your left hand under your head or grab a blanket. Stretch to the back of your right shoulder, back side of your right arm. And let your hips be heavy. And then lift up halfway. Extend out through your right arm and thread your left arm under. Bring your head to your arm or a blanket or the floor. And then lift up halfway, come back through center. Let's take one breath here. And then come up to all fours. Come down onto your belly. And we'll come up into shalabhasana. So arms down by your sides. You can bring your forehead down. You can bring your big toes to touch or keep your feet hips width, either one depending on how it feels for your back. You'll take an inhale to prepare, and then as you exhale, lift everything away from the ground. Head, shoulders, arms, legs, even your thighs as much as you can. You can keep your hands, palms lifting up to the sky, or clasp your hands here and squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other. You want to feel that lift and length of your body. Engage your spinal extensors here to lift your chest a bit higher. Reach to the back of your neck. So the back of your neck feels long. Reach to the crown of your head. Take another breath. Lower down. Sleeping crocodile. Take your elbows out wide. Rest your forehead. Take your legs wide. Let your body get heavy. Melt into the ground. Maybe bend your knees, take a little rock, side to side. And then re-extend your legs. So another round, shalabhasana or dhanurasana, bow pose. So you know what to do for shalabhasana. Dhanurasana is that shape we've been doing a lot today. Bend your knees, you're gonna catch your feet. Okay, so if you can catch your feet or your ankles, rest your forehead for a moment. You'll take that inhale to prepare and lift your knees up as you inhale. Engage your glutes, hamstrings. And then exhale, kick your feet into your hands, lift your head and your chest, get a nice stretch across your collarbones, your chest, your shoulders. Keep lifting your knees and keep kicking your feet into your hands. Make sure you can take a deep breath here. It might be a little hard. See where you can send your breath. To the chest, the side ribs, maybe the back. And then when you're ready, lower back down. And again, sleeping crocodile, send the legs out wide. Rest your forehead. Take a deep breath. And then hands under your shoulders, up and back. Child's pose, nice and slowly. Settle the hips back and down. Okay, and then slide your hands in. Let's have a seat for Baddha Konasana. So soles of your feet together and your knees are wide. Send your sit bones away the flesh away from your sit bones to draw the front of your hips forward. And then you may have a block close by to fold forward onto. And hold on to your ankles, press your feet together and see if you can drop your knees a bit more and lift your chest a bit more. Inhale. Exhale and fold. You can press your elbows into your inner thighs. Maybe rest your head on a block or 2 blocks. You can stack your blocks. We won't be here too long, so it's okay if your head is just hanging in space. You can bring your forearms down, rest your head in your hands. That's nice too. So if you can keep pressing your elbows into your inner thighs. This is in a gentle way, an invitation to drop your knees a bit more. Okay, and then come on up, use an inhale. Now stretch your legs out and you can shake them out a little bit. You're gonna draw your right leg in. Okay, so just like we did earlier, we were rocking our leg around when we were on our back. Let's do that seated. So hold on to your right foot with your left hand and your right knee with your right hand. Just a little rocking here, moving your femur bone around and around your hip socket. And if you did that on your back where you wrapped your arms around your shin, you can do that here. Okay, and then just in case you're feeling adventurous and interested in an arm balance, we'll take elephant trunk pose, like a hasta bhujasana. So you'll grab onto your right foot with your left hand. You're gonna draw your knee back and then take your leg as high as you can on your upper arm. Now you wanna hug your inner knee into your upper arm, use your adductors, bring your hand down, and then lock your leg on your arm so it can't slide down. And then bring your left hand down, inhale, pull up on your pelvic floor. As you exhale, see if you can lift your hips. If you can do that, maybe you can lift your left leg as well. And then you can lower down and cross that right leg over your left leg. Ardha Matsyendrasana, take a twist. Soften through your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw. And then exhale, unwind. Stretch your right leg out, draw your left leg in. Same thing, hold on to the foot and the knee, a little rock here. Maybe wrap your arms around your shin. And again, you might just stay, or if you're in an adventurous mood, you might draw your left knee back, scoop your arm under your left leg. So get the leg as high as you can in your upper arm. Hug your inner knee into your upper arm and then bring your hand down, lock your leg onto your arm so it doesn't slide. I like to line my hands up like mid-thigh, I think is pretty helpful. So from there, inhale to prepare, exhale, pull up on your pelvic floor, pull your belly in and up and press your hands down. Lift your hips, maybe lift your right leg. Look forward, and then you can come on down and cross this left foot over your right leg. Ardha Matsyendrasana, twist to your left. Draw your left shoulder back. Deep breath. And then unwind and stretch your left leg forward. Readjust that flesh from the sit bones, slide it back. You can even sit on a blanket, Paschimottanasana. So ground your legs, stretch your arms up, breathe in, and then fold as you breathe out. Touch the ground, your shins or your feet. Keep your legs strong, keep pulling up on your thighs, grounding your outer hips. See if we can go a little deeper in your forward fold. Halfway lift as you inhale, find some length. Exhale, belly in and up. Fold maybe a bit deeper without pulling on your feet. Use your breath. Okay, and then inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale the rest of your way up. And then make your way forward. Roll on down to your back and hug your knees back up into your chest. Take a little rock side to side. And then bring your block right back under your hips. So we'll take Viparita Karani. So you can take one block, and it can be on the low height or the medium height. You can even take the tall height here. You can hold onto the block, so it's more like a supported shoulder stand. Just make sure you feel stable and steady. Block right under your pelvis, and then legs up. And if you're in the shoulder stand, the block on the tall height, you might hold your block. If you have the block on the medium or the low height, maybe take your arms to cactus. Bend your elbows out to the sides. Rest your head, rest your shoulders, upper back. Feel the fullness of your breath here. Feel the space to the front of your body, the back of your body, side body. And then when you're ready, let's lower the feet down. And then carefully lower your arms, lift your hips, move your block out of the way. One last pose before Shavasana. Let's take full happy baby pose. Bend the knees to either side of your chest and draw the back of your pelvis down, rock a little side to side. Keep drawing your knees down, maybe pressing your elbows into your inner shins, inner calves. And then go ahead and stretch your body out for Shavasana. Use any props that you like and roll your blanket under your knees. Rock your head a little side to side. Relax through your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw, your shoulders. Bring your shoulder blades on your back. And let your body drop heavier with every breath. Fall into the natural rhythm of your breath. And if in this pose your mind wanders away often, if it's difficult to stay calmly aware of the present and of your breath and of this stillness, mantras are helpful. So you can just gently, slowly repeat maybe Om or Ram